So hello guys, this is something I've been working on now. So far I've filmed 3 little videos. They're close to, I think altogether would add up to about 2 hours of content. The last video I spent time with acquisition.com tattooed. So loads of small details, and to do small realism tattoo is actually not that hard, and it's also not that easy. This approach, it's actually not that bad. What you don't want to do is you don't really want to do portraits that small. Like this one is quite biggish, as in like if you look at my wrist, that would be bottom of my wrist, and it's not that bad. As it ages, he would actually look like him, and it would be pretty cool, pretty fine. Smaller than that, I would not recommend. I think that's like the smallest you can go. And obviously this is on full A4, so there is his body. Well, there's a little bit of space left, but that's the book he has. I actually gave this book to Sean. Sean's reading this book this very moment. It's a guy who runs business. He owns school.com, so he's a big investor in the school.com, the platform where I host my school videos, teaching videos, learning videos. It's also where you can learn how to do this. And as you can see, I kind of started from here, went up, and I did the face. When I was first put the stencil on, I did think, where should I start and what should I do and what should be first, what should be second. And then I thought, as much as I wanted to do the bottom, kind of avoid the face, I thought I'll be happier if I have the face and if I do the body afterwards. And it's kind of like a self, what's the word, looking after for myself, because I want me to be happy. I want me to be cool to be tattooing. How to explain? I want to be satisfied with what I see. And I thought, if I could put that to the end, and if I do all this, and I do the body, if I do the hair, do the shading, all this, I will neglect that, and then it could result doesn't look like him, and then all this would be wasted. Whereas if I attack the face and actually get him out, and get to the point where I really like the way it looks, the way it goes, and the way it shades, I'll be fine, and I'll be more than happy to carry on downwards. So I went for the face first. I kind of mapped out what it was. Then second session did more on the face, more on the beard, and then third session we did the cap. I feel like they're quite small, quite simple. They're actually really complicated, and the precision and to every smallest little thing is a really big deal, because you can't really have second chance. You can't press Ctrl Z. It doesn't exist. There's no undo. There's no left click. It just is. Normally, I don't really do anything that small. Normally, I tattoo quite big, large pieces. Normally, I have quite chunky, big neotrad. I do loads of ornamental stuff as well, so which has loads of bodies, backs, legs, and chunky lines. Stuff like that happens a lot. And realism and small realism is not something I really do, but what I want to do is skin, then either carry out, or maybe there's like 3 of them, maybe do all 3 of them here and send this skin to them. So literally they can hang up on a wall, they can have it. Like a memory kind of thing. What we need to do next is I need to shade arms. I'm going to map out where the shading is there, the shading will be underneath that, the shading will be there. Once we're going to map out the shading, I'll do all the big shading. So in these videos, you will learn how to do portraits, how to do all the small precise stuff, how to do layering on that, how you map all out, how you shade the smooth shadings, and how you just do like a genuine body portrait. Because I will make this hairy, I'll make as detailed as possible, and when I make stencils and when I tattoo, I try not to hold back on details. If they blur into each other, cool. Because if you look on like male's arms, we have little hair, and if the little hair blur into each other, cool. That's what would happen. Like if you take photos of him, each other anyway. And then I'm thinking about the book. Maybe I'll do all the book in green, because that's what the book is. The book is actually in green color. So maybe I'm gonna try to have enough patience to do all that in green. Because to do green, all flat, same color, having all these there, it's going to take us some time. As simple and as easy as it sounds, there's actually so much little things to do. and to get clean, crisp, and book look like a book, it's going to take some time. I think it would be really amazing if I have a black and grey portrait in his hands, which I think is green. It should be green. First one is purple, then blue. Was it blue? No, the first one was purple. This one was blue. It was green. Yeah, I think this is in blue. Should be in blue. I think the first one was in purple. So this is book number 2. I would recommend you to read the book. It's a book about how you get 100 million leads, or how these leads are okay to pay you 100 million. It's a good book, a good amount to read. That is on real skin, so I use real skin. I use Sony to film, so Sony Alpha 7. It's all filmed on 4K, really nice quality. And you're going to see in the videos I explain every single step by step, what to do, how to do. I don't know when you're watching this, maybe I've done loads of shading already, maybe I'm finished by now, but this is filmed at this stage, and maybe I'm going to make some more videos in the future. But all these videos will be on school, so you can imagine I've done 3 already. There's probably like 3, 4, 5 videos all together. Maybe 10 will be the final amount, because these areas are quite a lot to shade. We need to shade them quite curved, because it's the human body needs to be round. Like here you can see his face is round, and what we need to do to other stuff as well. So I'll see you guys on school if you come and learn. If you don't learn, then I wish you the best.